In this video, we are back expanding album covers using Photoshop AI. Previously on the channel, we have expanded Beatles covers with amazing results, but now it's time to dive into another great band, Pink Floyd. The results are surprisingly good, so let's get into it. Okay, we are back. This is probably one of my most requested videos of my entire channel, so I think we should start with an absolute classic. I mean, all of these are absolute classics to be fair, but I think we should go with Animals, because we can actually look at the bigger version of it and compare what this does. So let's do select it, select inverse, generate. Oh my god, that is really well done, especially in the sky and stuff. Maybe the buildings are a bit messed up. The clouds look amazing. But yeah, you can see it's a bit broken down here. But again, that's just 1 out of 3. So let's take a look at the next one. Oh, that is a much better result. I think that's quite similar to how it is in real life. These clouds look awesome, like with the orangey hue. Again, it does look a bit broken, but from a distance, that is really, really cool. Let's see what it does for the third one. Okay, that is a bit weird. The cut right there. I definitely think the first and the second ones though are awesome. Wow. Let's compare it to the original. I have that actually saved. Yeah, you can see, I mean, these are maybe pointing the wrong way, but they're quite similar. And this definitely looks just more realistic, obviously, it being a real photo. But yeah, I think it done a really good job, especially at a glance. You wouldn't really be able to tell, especially these first two, I think. Okay, moving on. Oh, next, I'm kind of thinking metal, because I'm quite interested to see what it will do, because it's a bit more abstract than any of the other ones we've got here. And yeah, this is obviously the album with the legendary Echoes on it, which is arguably one of Pink Floyd's greatest songs. So let's see if it does that justice. Oh my god, not what I was expecting. Whoa. What's with the lines and stuff? I think that's quite off-putting actually. I think it was just more continuous, like this top half. It'd be a bit cooler. Let's see what the other results look like. Okay, yeah, this is a bit more what I was expecting. I really like it like this. Wow. Yeah, I don't really like the line there still, but way more interesting than the last one, I think. Way more smooth. Definitely what I expected. Okay, again, I think that's another really good one. I don't like the obvious lines again, but it's exactly what you'd expect from expanding it, really. Ooh, next up, I think we're going to have to go with The Wall. I really want to see this one because I think it's just going to be a bit basic and, well, because it's just a white album cover with, you know, a brick pattern. So I'm assuming it would just continue the pattern. Let's see. It'll be interesting to see because the AI might do it a bit wonky. I don't know, because it can't really do straight lines that well. So you might have a bit of a wonky wall. And there might be some red all over it because of the text. Oh no, whoa, that did it really well actually. Oh my. That's way better than I was expecting. I like the vignette actually really works on this one. It's added a bit of grime as well. Maybe not deliberately, but wow, I think that looks really good. It's a bit more faded towards the edges as well, like the brickwork. Nice. I was not expecting that. I guess that's kind of interesting though. It's just got this like a slab of the wall in the middle and then the contrasting blue. Not what I was expecting at all, but quite interesting. You can actually kind of see a brick pattern still in the blue. That is very interesting. Oh, I really like this one. It's all dirty and grimy to the edges. That is really cool. I was not expecting this one to be this interesting. Wow. Oh, I think next up, Momentary Lapse of Reason. Again, I think we actually have bigger images of this, so maybe we can compare it to that, but I'm not exactly too familiar with how they look. But it'll be very interesting to see how it handles the beds and like the emptiness of the sky and stuff. Will it just continue that properly? Will it continue the ocean out? Will it put boats on it? Will it put more things in the sky? Oh my god, what is up here? That line's again off-putting. They did some of the beds quite well actually. Especially that one looks pretty good. There's a table out there. It definitely kind of tried to continue the ocean. I don't think this one looks that great though. Let's see what else it has in store. Okay, that's much better. Kind of got some planks of wood here. That is, yeah, well, I don't know what it's doing with the lines here. That's really weird. That is not what I was expecting. That's kind of like 2 postcards on top of a bigger postcard. I think I might try that again. Let's do it one more time. Maybe I'll crop it slightly more in, like that, just so it has a bit more of an edge. Generate. There we go. That is much better. Oh wow. Yeah. I actually really like this one now. The beds are a bit messed up here, and here it's so small that you almost can't tell. But the ocean looks pretty decent, maybe a bit funky. Let's see the next one. Much better, I think. Actually, I don't know, it's a bit more plain, but this also works really well. The sea looks a bit not great here. Looks better in the other one, definitely. But I did kind of like the buildings in the distance. Although it does work because it makes it seem a bit more desolate. Next up, okay, this is maybe the best. I don't know, actually. I think that first one might be the best. Oh, it's really hard to tell. I don't know, I think these are all way better than the first results, though. Moving on. Ooh, next up, I think we have to go for Wish You Were Here. Now, obviously, the part of the album is the fact that it's warped at the edge and it's kind of like in the white box itself. So I think I'm gonna just, I don't know how to do that. I think I might have to delete the little warp there. Maybe we'll try one with the warp later, but I think we just want the image really, and we can see how it expands that. Be interesting to see, will it build more studios? How will it expand the floor? Will there be more drains? Will there be more people? Oh wow. That looks very artificial, definitely. Duh. But that's actually way more than I was expecting. The buildings don't look very human though. That's one thing. Next up. Okay, maybe that's a little better. It's a bit of some ancient architecture, which doesn't really match the rest of it. Okay, I think that's probably the best one. Seems still a bit ruined. Still very interesting though. I quite like the fact that they've added some like stone borders. The shadows all look really good, to be honest. They're all in the right direction and everything, so that's quite impressive. The sky, I like the wispy clouds and everything. That works quite well. Okay, let's do another one, but like this. I really don't know how it's going to handle this. It might just make it white, to be honest. Select inverse, generate. Oh wow, that is more than I expected. So we got some text here that says 10 Ogle Fen Iskolat A1. I'm not going to even try and read the rest. Dyslexia intensifies. Oh, I actually really like this one. Wow, I like the kind of gritty wall texture. The wall. Yeah, that's quite interesting. You kind of see it's made an attempt at almost the people. That is, how interesting is that? I really like this one. I don't know why. Whoa. I'm not sure about this one though. This kind of looks like some Star Wars Tatooine architecture, and then this is like some ocean-y looking thing with some almost dead trees. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Whoa. Moving on. Next up, one of my favorite Pink Floyd albums, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. I think I might actually make it a bit smaller than that. There we go. Back when Syd Barrett was still sane. Let's see. This is definitely not going to be sane, that's for sure. I think this is going to look horrible. I think the AI is going to try and generate more people and it's going to be so creepy. So it'd probably be quite fitting, to be honest. Wow. Oh my god, that's better than I thought it is. I guess the warpedness helps quite a lot. I mean, that is like kind of creepy. I mean, and so is that, but it kind of works. What? It's added some like thing at the bottom here. And like, I don't even know what this is. That is a mess. Okay. Once again, it's replicated people quite well. I just want to see where it actually ends. Okay, yeah. It's honestly not too bad. Not as scary as I thought it would be. I think the best one is this one. I like, look how it's done it's continued the designs quite well, I think. Okay, moving on. So last but not least, the iconic, arguably their best album, the most game-changing album for them, Dark Side of the Moon. This is going to be very boring, I assume. I think it's just going to continue the rainbow, continue the white bit, and be pretty flat. Let's see. Oh my, okay, I actually really was not expecting this. Well, so it's expanded the rainbow, it's kind of like shot it out. It's got some like star thing and it's like all icy in the background as well. Whoa. Okay, that's just the album with a border and a blue background. Lovely Photoshop. Oh, and this is just it on a silver background. Okay, well, this is definitely the coolest and most unexpected out of all of them. I'm going to try that again, but crop it in a bit more like I did with the other one. And hopefully it'll give us some different results. Generate! Wow, I really like this. That's like a spider web. Arachnophobic. People look away. Oh, smoky as well. I kind of like that. Let's see this one. Okay, that's a bit more what I was expecting. Not with the borders though. I thought it was just going to expand this and this, obviously. Kind of like it's on a weird tablet device. Okay, that's way more like I was expecting. But if that background was black, I guess. I think let's actually take this one and then generative fill on top of the generative fill and see what happens. There we go. Oh, I think that looks really cool. I mean, this is basically what I was expecting to get. There are versions of the album cover that are already like this as well, but it's cool that AI can do it for you now. Very interesting. I definitely think though that this and this were by far the most unexpected and interesting results. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't like it, dislike. Make sure to subscribe, because only 2% of you who watch my videos are subscribed. I don't know how, but please subscribe. Comment down below what other album covers I should try and expand. Whether that's bands or solo artists, I'll be down to take a look. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, 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 bye. See you on the dark side.